Hey, GE Coaching, Ed and Gulshan. So lovely to be here with you and invited to talk about my favorite topic, which is related to mental awareness, related to taking care of the stress that we all experience. Now, this term stress is used very loosely. We're constantly stressed, whether it's due to work, with the environment that we're living in, the society is suffering from the stress. So, what do we do with the stress? How do we overcome? Then we come up with this attitude towards mindfulness that, hey, if we become mindful, we can take care of our stress. But then, where do we get these skills from, these tools from? So, I want to share something about MBSR, which is Mindfulness Based Stress Reduction Program. And I am proud to say that I not only practice it personally, but I also run workshops and do sessions for people who have identified that they are stressed and they want to do something about it. So let's talk a little bit about John Kabat-Zinn, who actually introduced mindfulness-based stress reduction in 1979. So he introduced this program for people who were suffering from chronic pain, and slowly it started to go into mainstream. Now these programs are run in education system, in the corporate world, definitely in the hospitals. And as a teacher myself of MBSR, I'm honored and proud to say that this program works. Now, you would say, yeah, mindfulness is just sitting in one corner and focusing on something so that we become more aware of now and we eliminate the stress. Well, yeah, we're quite right there. But what really mindfulness is the awareness that arises from paying attention on the purpose of this present moment and non judgmentally. Now, this is John Kabat-Zinn's definition. Let's unpack this definition a little bit. So, how do we become aware of this present moment? It's by practicing focusing on the breath. Now we can introduce pranayam, which is breathing exercises, to cultivate this idea of, yeah, I'm focused, I'm right now, I'm right here because I'm connected to the breath. But what happens when we are in that stressful moment where we have difficulty connecting to the breath? Then we identify what are the sensations in the body. For instance, am I feeling anxious and the sensation that the body is feeling tight? There's maybe overly fatigued body because we haven't been able to sleep properly. Then there could be an awareness to the emotion and feeling low and down, maybe sad, or maybe happy because I just got a new job, or there is some other good news in the family. So paying attention to what is in the moment. And then we move to the non judgmentally part of this definition. Now, as a society, in our culture, we're kind of accustomed to judge ourselves. And if we don't judge ourselves, we know that there are others who are judging us. So, just by bringing awareness, cultivating this idea that we're coming back to the breath, focusing on the now, noticing what is present, whether it's the sensation, whether it is the surroundings, we drop that way of thinking where we're constantly judging. How many times in a day we tell ourselves, oh, this wasn't right, I could have done better, I should have done more, to bringing awareness to that mental chatter, that narrative that we give ourselves at all times. And that is being non-judgmental. Now, all of this becomes paying full attention to something. Now, that's a subtle difference between what meditation is and what mindfulness is. Mindfulness is paying attention, your complete attention to something. And meditation is paying attention to no thing, nothing. So when we become aware of paying attention to one single thing, it could be an anchor to the breath or the sensations in the body. It's really that concept of tuning in to the body, tuning in to the mind, tuning in to the thoughts, rather than saying, sweep this under the rug and let's not talk about it. We're paying attention completely, which means we are more focused, we become more relaxed. Instead of rushing and trying to accomplish many things at one time, which obviously reduces the quality of the end result, we become focused on one thing and one thing only. For instance, right now, I'm tuning into my body and I feel my body seated in my chair. And I'm focusing on the words that are coming out of my mouth and paying attention to what is it that I want to say next and how is it making sense for the audience. So this is paying attention to now, and I can actually feel the in-breath coming in, and then I can feel the in-breath, the exhale coming out. And this increases the readiness to learn. This is practicing mindfulness. This is creating that neuron and activating the prefrontal cortex, the executive thinking, which is very well known to increase with at least 15 to 20 minutes of mindfulness practice every day for a long period of time. Now, there is so many research done in the benefits of mindfulness. So if I were to invite you now just to take this moment of paying attention to the breath and taking in this nice breath in, filling up the lungs, the belly, and then allowing this breath to come out of the nostrils and leave the body. So in the mindfulness-based stress reduction program, we talk a lot about what can be your anchor. How can you become focused in the moment by connecting to the anchor that is present? And with practicing, just like a muscle that is worked on in the gym to create this strong physical body, we work with the muscle memory in the brain to cultivate these new ideas, to become focused, to become more concentrated, to reduce stress, to reduce any heart ailments, to reduce suffering and pain and insomnia and all the other benefits that come from mindfulness-based stress reduction. Because really, stress is the root cause of all the physical illnesses that the body undergoes. So, in a nutshell, if we pay attention, focused on the purpose of this present moment, and we practice this over and over again, we can become more mindful. And that's what mindfulness based stress reduction is. I hope this little video is helpful, and I look forward to hearing from you all. Thank you.